Okay, so example 3 is very similar to example 2, but now we have a degree 4, so it's just slightly different. So if you guys thought you completely understood example 2 and you want to give this one a shot, go ahead and pause the video and work example 3 and fast forward to the end and see if you get it correct. Alright guys, so we have a degree 4 polynomial, which remember, that means I should have the same amount of roots. So this is telling me I should have 4 roots. But wait a minute. In the problem, it just gave me 1, 2, 3 roots. I got x equals -2, x equals 5, and x equals -3i. What is going on? I have 2 real and 1 imaginary. Well, the problem is the imaginary roots, because if you guys remember, imaginary roots come in cute little pairs, a good twin and an evil twin. And if you guys see, here's the evil twin, the -1. So remember, imaginary roots come in conjugate pairs. One of them's positive and one of them's negative. So since I have -3i, its conjugate pair is going to be x equals +3i. So again, you guys, I am going to try to trick you. I'm not going to give you all the roots. I'm going to leave off an imaginary, and you have to remember the complex conjugate root theorem, which states there is a positive and a negative version of an imaginary root. So just remember that. Okay, guys, so from here, we're going to write this bad boy in factored form. So since I have 1, 2, 3, 4 roots, I'm going to have 4 parentheses, so I'm going to set that up. And all of my parentheses will contain an x in it. And remember, you guys, all we do is change the sign on the 0, or the root, or the x-intercept, or the solution. So a -2 will turn into a +2. A +5 will turn into a -5. A -3i will turn into a +3i. And a +3i will turn into a -3i. Amen, you guys. And what we're going to do from here, we're going to multiply the real parts together. And we're going to multiply the imaginary parts together. Okay, guys, you have to do that. Okay, you have to, first of all, you have to get the imaginary part out of the way first. And you have to multiply imaginary roots to imaginary roots. Because if not, you're going to keep ending up with imaginary answers in your standard form. Which, if you see here, standard form should never have I in it. And remember, you guys, from this problem, the goal is to try to make the i's disappear. Okay, so we're going to be little math magicians and make our i's disappear. But the only way to do that is to conquer the imaginary factors first. So let's get this imaginary party on the road. Okay, guys, I'm going to start with my first term, x. Remember, the ones without exponents secretly have a 1 in front. And also, if you don't see a number in front of the x secretly, there's a 1 in front. So if that helps you, you can put that in the front. Okay, so x times x, 1 plus 1 gives me x squared. Okay, and then x times -3i. Okay, well, none of those I can combine, so I'm just going to write -3ix. And again, it doesn't matter. You could write x3i or you could write 3xi. Okay, it does not matter the order you write these in, but typically, you guys, we write the number first, the variable last, and the imaginary number in the middle. Typically, it is written this way, but it is not right. It is not wrong to write -3xi. Okay, this is just typically the way you see it, so that's the way I'm going to write it. Okay, all right, so now let's do our our positive 3i times x, and again, nothing is in common, so I just write them all together. So positive 3ix, okay, and then 3i times -3i, 3 times -3 is -9, and I times I, just like with variables, these are secretly to the first power, and we add them. So 1 plus 1 gives me an I squared. Alright, guys, let's see if our i's disappear. Let's be math magicians and make the i's disappear. Alright, so let's start combining like terms. So I'm going to start with my x squared. I don't have any other x squared terms, so I'm just going to bring it down. Okay, now I have a -3ix, so I'm looking for another term with an ix. Holy hot dog, there's one right here, you guys. So a -3ix plus 3ix, look at that, cancels out. Do you guys see we're making the i's disappear? Whoa. Alright, guys, now we have -9i squared, which let's talk about what that is. Okay, so we have -9 I squared we know to be -1. So this is -9 times -1, which -9 times -1 is +9. Oh man, do you guys see it? We made all the i's disappear. Oh man, oh man. Very cool. Okay, so from here, you guys, what we're going to do, we're going to take our real factors and multiply them together. And then whatever we get here, we're going to distribute to what we got here. Okay, so you guys should definitely be able to take it from here because we've done problems like this. But if you're still not confident in distributing, feel free to watch the video. But I highly encourage that you guys take or pause the video and try to do it on your own and fast forward to the end and see if you get it correct. Okay, let's get this distributing party on the road. So start with x. So x times x will give me x squared. X times -5 will give me -5x. Oh man. 2 times x will give me a +2x. And 2 times -10 will give me, 2 times -5 will give me a -10. Alright, let's combine like terms. I got my x squared and nothing to combine it to, so I'm just going to bring my x squared down. Here we have -5x, which will combine to my +2x, which -5x plus 2x is -3x. And then my sad and lonely -10 doesn't have anything to combine to, so I'm just going to bring that down. Oh man, so -5 plus 2x give me -3x. Okay. Alright guys, the last thing we do, we just gotta multiply this to that, and then we're done. And combine like terms. Alright guys, let's go. So let's start with x squared. So x squared times x squared, we add our exponent, so 2 plus 2 is x squared, or x to the 4th, sorry. Alright, x squared times 9, I can't combine them, so it's just +9x squared. So that one's donezo. Moving on to my -3x. So -3x times x squared. Okay, the x secretly has a 1. So x to the 1st times x squared is x to the 3rd. And my -3 has nothing to combine to. So it'll be -3x to the 3rd. Alright, and then -3x times 9. -3 times 9 is -27. And I have nothing to combine my x to, so it's just x. Alright guys, one more to distribute, and then we just gotta combine like terms. So -10x times x squared, nothing can combine, so it's just -10x squared. And -10 times +9 is -90. Alright guys, let's combine like terms, then we're done. Starting with my highest exponent, which my highest exponent is x to the 4th. Okay, I don't see any other x to the 4th to combine to, so it's just x to the 4th. My next highest exponent I see is x to the 3rd, which I don't see anything to combine that to, so it's just -3x to the 3rd. Okay, I have a 9x squared, that's my next highest exponent. And holy hot dog, you guys, this one does have something to combine to. My -10x squared, which, remember, don't touch the exponents when you combine like terms. So I'm going to bring my x squared down. And then 9 minus 10 gives me a -1. Or you could just write -x squared, because -1x squared is the same as -x squared. Alright, now my term with just an x is this -27x. And it has nothing to combine to, so I just bring it on down. And finally, my -90. Again, it has nothing to combine to, so I just bring it on down. And bam, we have reached standard form, you guys. Wasn't that epic? It was totally insanely epic. So this, you guys, is our final answer. Yay, we have reached standard form. Alright guys, now we're going to be starting a brand new unit, so get excited.